What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be breaking down The Flash's Season 8 Episode 6 trailer. So the trailer starts off with a flashback scene to the Season 7 finale, of course, where Barry and Iris renewed their vows. This scene is probably just, going to start off explaining how Bart and Nora end up getting stuck in the past, because we really never saw what happened after this scene. We never saw Jay Garrick leave. We never saw, Bart or Nora leave. So this should be a pretty interesting scene right here. We then see Bart and Nora looking at some newspaper headlines from all across time. There was one from like 2028 and then one about Zoom in 2016, as Nora says that the whole timeline is in flux. So whatever they do when they change the timeline appears to have the ability, at least, to change the past as we know it. Now, I did also notice that, like, 3 of those newspaper headlines were, like, in regards to Joe. They, like, mentioned Joe in the headline. So I don't know if, like, the timeline change has something to do with Joe, but, it's going to be interesting to find that out. And speaking of Joe, we see a younger version of him, as we see he has a shaved beard. And we also see Eddie THAWNE make his return as he asks Bart and Nora who they are. It should be really great to see Eddie THAWNE back, as well as Ronnie Raymond's Firestorm later in the season. Then we hear Nora say that this is where the change happens, as they also see where Barry was originally struck by lightning and, where he got his powers, of course. Now, something else that I think, that would actually be pretty funny would be if Bart and Nora had some kind of interaction with 2014 Barry. I think that would be cool. Although, there was obviously a newspaper, like a photo of a newspaper on set that was from 2013, so Barry would have still been in his coma. So I don't know what's going to be going on with Barry here, but in the cliffhanger of last episode, it says that this was all happening in 2014. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly what's going to be going on with that. Maybe they go to, like, multiple different times around this time, like within a few months of each other or something like that. Now, in regards to this change in the timeline that Nora is talking about here, they talk about being in Barry's lab, so could this change be like something in regards to Barry's past? Maybe the timeline changes and he no longer becomes the Flash or something like that. I think that would be very, very interesting. Yeah, guys, that was about it for this episode's trailer. Now, in regards to the rest of the season, we know, like, basically next to nothing about what's going to be going on. But what we do know is that correct me if I'm wrong, guys, because I'm not 100% sure about this, but there will be 2 more graphic novels this season, I believe. Yeah, one of those graphic novels is meant to be like a scary villain that's also like a emotional connection type of villain that Team Flash will be facing, and it's supposed to be one of their biggest threats ever. So that could be, Red Death or Cobalt Blue. Of course, those are the 2 options that most people want to see. And then, as I said before, we know that Ronnie Raymond will be making a return as Firestorm, and he will appear for 2 episodes, starting with episode 11. We don't know if it's going to be like, back-to-back episode 11 and 12, sort of like a 2-part storyline or something like that. It could be like episode 11 and episode 14. We really don't know. But yeah, it should be pretty cool to see him return. And guys, we do have a new character appearing this season on The Flash, and that is Phantom Girl. Now, of course, Phantom Girl is a member of the Legion of Superheroes in the comics, so she should be a pretty interesting character. And what's supposed to happen with her is that she's supposed to be basically, like, discovered through Iris West, like an investigation that Iris is doing through her, obviously, CC Citizen Media. So that should be a pretty interesting storyline to see. But anyways, I'd say that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment your thoughts on this video down below, as well as anything you guys have to say about what you guys think might happen in the rest of The Flash Season 8. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.